country of Saudi Arabia is known for its royal family, oil, being the birthplace of Islam, Arabian horses, and having one of the world's fastest expanding economies in the last couple of decades. Thailand, on the other hand, is well known for its temples, nightlife, and status as a major tourist destination. Both the countries never engaged in any massive foreign trade in the last 30 years. Indeed, the Saudis were on the verge of banning Thais from visiting the country, and authorities also banned foreign flights to Thailand. On the evening of January 25, 2022, Thai Prime Minister Prayuth Chan-ocha officially visited to the Saudi kingdom. After that, Saudi restores full ties with Thailand, and soon this news became a global spotlight. Despite the fact that neither country has been involved in any disputes or wars in the past, so what happened between these two countries 30 years ago? What is the economic impact of the conflict on both countries? And how are things currently between the two countries? Kriangkrai techamong, a Thai worker arrived in Saudi Arabia in 1987 to work as a servant. He immediately secured a position as a cleaner in the royal palace. The royal palace is the residence of a prince of the House of Saud. House of Saud is Saudi Arabia's ruling royal family. Many people in Asian nations such as India, Pakistan, and Thailand work overseas to create income. In Thailand, offshore employment accounts for 6.6% of GDP, which helps country economically a lot. Later in 1989, while cleaning, somehow he gained access to the prince's room and stole 200 pounds of valuable gems and jewelry, and he managed to smuggle the jewelry and gems out of the palace using a vacuum cleaner dirtbag despite heavy security. Later, he smuggled all valuable items to Thailand. He later fled Saudi Arabia, with the heist's official value estimated to be around $20 million USD in 1989. He tried selling the valuables to local vendors at first, but due to the poor economy and lack of funds, they could only offer 1/10 of the value of the gems, so he ended up selling some of them. Soon rumors of a random person back from Saudi Arabia attempting to sell royal jewelry spread throughout the city, prompting the Royal Thai Police to launch an investigation. They quickly caught techamong and recovered the majority of the precious stuff. Techamong was also sentenced to 7 years in prison. This is an iconic photograph from the moment, with techamong, the Thai police, and the royal jewelry. So while you may believe the crime has been solved, the actual tale and big Thai corruption are about to begin. After all, Saudi Arabia claimed ownership of all the jewels and valuables and demanded that Thailand return them. After that, Thai officials transferred the jewelry to Saudi Arabia as requested, but more than half of it is fake, and one of the most precious blue diamonds is missing. After this, the relations between both countries started getting worse. According to a Saudi Arabian news agency, most Thai bureaucrats and senior officials are involved in massive corruption by retaining over half of the valuables in their pockets. Thailand, like most other Asian countries, is one of the most corrupted countries. In the 2021 Corruption Perceptions Index, Thailand ranks 110th, Saudi Arabia 52nd, and the United States 27th. Due to the Thai government's lack of cooperation, the Saudis tried a variety of methods, including sending a private investigator to Thailand. However, these investigators went missing on February 12, 1990, and it is assumed that they had been murdered. After a barrage of allegations from Saudi officials and a lack of response from Thai senior officials, Saudi Arabia severed all ties with Thailand, and in this situation here our next question rises. What is the economic impact of the conflict on both countries? After all of this, trade between the two countries worsened, with Thailand bearing the brunt of the consequences in comparison to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia stopped issuing working visas to Thais, resulting in a drop in the number of Thai working immigrants from 200,000 in 1989 to just 10,000 in 2008, negatively impacting Thailand's economy and costing Thailand over $6 billion in US dollars. Saudi Arabia has also discouraged its citizens from traveling to Thailand. The sour relationship between both countries benefited other Asian countries greatly, as many Indian and Pakistani individuals were able to find jobs in the Saudi Arabian state, which helped to address the increase in the economy's overseas share. Saudi Arabia pushed a campaign against Thailand in other nations because of its significant influence in the Middle East, and as a result, Thai people's employment opportunities were reduced. Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, is known for his revolutionary thinking, and he is changing the country's foreign policies. As a result, after 30 years, Saudi Arabia has decided to end the dispute with Thailand over stolen gems on January 25, 2021. The countries will look into joint investments in a variety of fields, including energy and petrochemicals, as well as tourism and hospitality, according to the statement. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabian Airlines said that direct flights from Riyadh to Bangkok will begin in May. Saudi Arabia is also planning to boost the number of working visas for Thailand, which will benefit the Thai economy and create jobs. So, do you think this is just political propaganda, or do you think the Thai-Saudi relationship is really going to improve? Share your thoughts in the comments section.